Hi everyone. My name is Kita. I just wanted to let everybody know that my last video got corrupted, and I didn't know that until it was already uploaded onto YouTube, and half of it was missing. The original video was an hour and 4 minutes long. So when I saw it was only like 36, I was wondering what happened, and I took a look, and for some reason, a little less than half of the video later is corrupted. It won't play. And unfortunately, I don't have the original video anymore, so I can't go back and re-export it, re-edit it. I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to do is let you guys know what happened. And I hate to do that. It's much more fun to watch the gameplay, but I can't help when Adobe Premiere decides to corrupt my videos. Um, but basically, we haven't missed too much in the last 30 minutes of what would have been part two. Um, we went on our first expedition. We found a lot of new creatures. Uh, we saw Diz. We went to go say hi to him while he was outside of the colony, and basically, he's very spry. He got away from us, so we're still looking for him out in the wilderness portion of the game. And luckily, in this next part, you guys will be seeing more of the exploration in greater detail. Because I stopped a little bit after like 5 minutes of being outside the colony in part three. So you'll still see a lot of that. And I don't think you might have missed like one character event, but not a whole lot. But it also doesn't matter because we will be replaying the game. It's not going to be exactly the same because your character does remember stuff that's happened and whatnot. And I don't know how much that's going to impact character bonding and stuff like that. I don't know. Game's new. But we will be seeing stuff again because I will be playing through this a second time to see what's different and what happens when your character remembers stuff. So please don't be too upset. I know I'm very upset that that video got corrupted, but we will be seeing it again, and hopefully, and I'll make sure I have all of the videos, and I'll make sure it uploads onto YouTube right before I get rid of them, so this does not happen again. And I hope you guys enjoy part 3. And we're back to it. Hi guys. Alright, so what else we got? Ooh, log. Yes. I wish I knew who liked logs. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blobgrass. Totally transparent, the sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore. Especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to the visible signs of the blobgrass field. And there aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. Look for a path through it. 0, 1. I don't know what it means by gem. 0, 1, 2, 5. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3. I'll put 5 in here. Nice. There it is. You can hop along from that rock so that the fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of surveying equipment. You get through the villainous blobgrass. You spend a bunch of time on it though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. Okay. Another piece of wood. Not a save. The mush trees are at their tallest in wet, and you come across a cluster of them that look ripe for harvesting. If you were older, you could probably cut them down and get some kudos for them. Give them a friendly pat. You like the mush trees. You give one a pat and are surprised when it moves under your hand. It's not the tree, though, but a camouflage creature lying against the trunk. It's small and looks a little like an octopus or a starfish. Lots of long legs, wrapped around the tree like it's giving it a hug. Cool. Oh boy. I better get back. I know. Fuck. Okay, yeah, we gotta go back. Learned a bit about animals, though. That is cool. I really like coming out here. It's really pretty, just the scenery. Well, I'm not going through the front door. No way in hell. Yep, go home. Yep. Oh no. You crawl through the big drainage pipe behind the sports ball pitch, carefully sliding the metal gate back into place behind you. Then, I would love to check if the ghost is clear. I hop out of the pipe. Oh no! And straight into the barrel chest of Surveyor Tonin. Well. He says and tries to put on his sternest look. It fails. We've been wondering where you've disappeared to, Kita, and sent Utopia out with some survey drones to look for you hours ago. You're lucky your parents have been too busy to notice yet. I should probably tell them. You start to sweat, but maybe you've already learned your lesson. He chuckles. His big hand clasps on your shoulder. No, we're playing outside the gates, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna stop, but I am sorry I got caught. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness and have to check your hologram to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it Glow Season, because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. No way, it looks cool out there. You peek out the window, the wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it. Like a massive fiery ring in the sky. That would scare the hell out of me. I feel like we would get swallowed into that thing. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing, iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars' message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's tension in the air as if everyone's waiting for something. Okay, so probably shouldn't go, outside. Oh, I love it. Amone runs up to you. Hi, Kita. She huffs, catching her breath. Oh, well, I already read that. Okay. Get out from under my desk. I can't see anything. Ooh, Crystal. Wait. Hey, Diz. Diz is staring off into the wilderness outside the gates. Feels different, he mumbles. Don't know how, just different. You ask him what he means, but he just shakes his head and stuffs his hand in his pockets. I'll try giving him one of these. Thank you. Diz says, clearly unsure about how to react. I'll, find something to do with it. Okay. He wasn't fond of it. I have 4 of them, so I thought I'd just see if something happened. Alright, what to do for the month? Oh, you have to rest. Oh, you look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? Tangent. She's my bestie. Tangent is quietly reading her hollow palm. You plop down beside her and ask what she's reading. Multicellular biology, she says, frowning at the interruption. If you insist on sitting near me, you could at least do it quietly. No problem. You open up your hollow palm and find a textbook of old Earth poetry to read. It's never a bad idea to do a little independent study. Though she's a little prickly, you can tell Tang appreciates the company. Yeah, she and I are good besties. We got 2 hearts. I don't want to get rid of too many of my 1s. I would love to get rid of my 0s. Uh-oh. It's daytime when the emergency siren starts up. Well, what passes for day. It's still nearly pitch black, except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look toward the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. Oh no. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you used for hull breaches and fires, and in space, it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vortuma, it means to go to an assembly point and wait for instruction. I want to help fight! Need bravery. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? I want to help fight. Heroic. You're still pumped from the last attack. +1 to all physical skills increased for 3 months. Rebellion, 20 stress. Memory, gain status heroic. You'll try your best to be brave and fight back. First you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche, then you head outside to get your bearings. You hear yelling from up the stairs to command, and a commotion to the southeast at Geoponics where your parents are working. Oh, no. Our parents. Your parents are defending the greenhouse from a pack of knee-high creatures, which seem to have eyes growing all over their bodies. Their oily flesh ripples with a constant subtle motion as the individual eyes blink one at a time. Incessantly. You can't tell which end is which with these horrible things. Cal is standing nearby, wide-eyed. He slowly picks up a shovel and moves beside you. He reluctantly holds the shovel in front of himself like a weapon. Easy, doggies, he whispers. We don't want to hurt you. Get out of here, both of you. Run. Your mom shouts, attracting the pack's attention. All except one animal, which moves straight towards you and Cal. Figure out what it wants. You look into its too many eyes and see fear. This creature is scared of you. To Cal's amazement, you crouch down to try to look less threatening and choose 2 eyes at random to look at to communicate with it. You start to reach out a hand, but the creature is trembling. Staring into its eyes has made it even more frightened than before. Yeah, you don't want to do that with an animal. It pounces. Alright, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Change 1 card, change 2 to intelligence. Redraw hand. Ooh, that's helpful. 0, 1, 2. Ah, this is gonna make it 4. If I made that 4, I can move it over. I give it +1. Hold on. +2, that's a +1. Next round. I need a 2. Alright. 0. 3, 5. Win. Super goal. Excellent. Why only? Total 16 out of best score 18 last round only. Oh. You killed it. With nothing but a rake thrust deep into several of the creature's many eyes, the rest of the pack scampers off the moment it falls. Got 25 kudos, gain memory facing the eye beast. You've never killed anything before. The body of the creature that was so terrifying a minute ago now looks strangely small and harmless. All of its eyes have closed for good now. Cal crouches beside it in shock. I told you to run, Kita. Uh-oh, Mom looks furious how you put yourself in danger. She storms over and you think she's going to slap you. Then suddenly she pulls you into her arms and hugs you. She keeps rocking you and saying, my baby, over and over. It's pretty surreal, almost as weird as the dog things with the eyes, honestly. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody has seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skills and friends button at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Oh, thanks. Oh, my relationship with Mars got worse. So Tangent and Cal were pretty close too. Diz and Monet are getting there, but I guess Mars we have a worse relationship with her now. What does that mean? I don't know what this means. Is this just like a summary of all the stuff I got? That's really cool. So our bravery increased by a lot, our toughness increased a ton, our perception increased a lot too. Our biology increased pretty decently as well. We're pretty brave. Alright, let's go. All physical stats increase. Okay. It is. You spot Diz arguing with someone working in expeditions. They point angrily back to the gates, and Diz slinks towards you, anger in his eyes. We're trapped here, he grumbles. I hate it here. I'm sorry, bro. Hey, Tan. Tangent is standing still with her face held up to the sky, letting blue snowflakes land on her cheeks. They melt almost immediately. She doesn't move as you approach. After a minute, she winces and rubs her eyes. It stings, she says. Maybe it's because it's made of acid. Acid snow? Tang nods. Professor Hal says it isn't harmful, and it is an important part of the natural cycle here. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that are so heavy they fall from the clouds. You can see them under a microscope. She sticks her tongue out and lets some of the flakes fall on it. It tastes kind of sour, but sweet. Sour Patch Kid? Fascinating. Tang pulls a sample jar out of her coat. We know what it's made of, but our understanding is incomplete, she says, and places the jar on an outcropping of rocks. The big mushrooms changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I wonder, is there some sort of signal that precedes the changing of seasons? What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from quiet season? A small excited smile creeps across Tang's face. There's so much to learn about this planet, I can't wait. Okay. Also, what's your next step since I finished your thing? Anemone has her mouth wide open to the sky, catching flakes of the weird snow that drifts from the sky. Tangy, she giggles. Get it? Tangy, like tangent? That's what we used to call her, do you remember? Nah, I'm good. Definitely needed some of those cards. Hi, Cal. Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all the dirt out from under his fingernails. It looks like a lost cause. Cal's hands have been dirt-stained probably since you landed here. Stupid. Cal mutters, stupid. Ugh. He jerks his hands out of the waters and holds them to his face, and you hear him sob. Why did they have to It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. He wipes his eyes and startles when he sees you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. He says, I was just, washing my hands. Okay. Our stress is pretty up there, so I think today we'll just study some biology. Since nobody's got anything for me. Yeah, she doesn't. So we'll just do some biology today. For today's lesson, Professor Howell tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vitunalia. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day and at a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal, besties, and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up Surveyor's notes on the HoloNet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. What if we use water instead of soil? Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics. Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Kita, do you have any suggestions? Run an electric current through it. Lower the water's pH. You fill the water with a bucket and add spark snow crystals. There are sometimes left over at the end of quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mush tree sprouts up and starts its journey. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there's spark snow, you're able to conclude that they probably don't like acid. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suit, social, mental, or physical, determines what conditions can appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social yellow cards if you want to win battles for social skills. Okay. 1 slot card gets +1. Okay. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, +5 biology. So now we're at... is it still 12? Yeah. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. And all the excitement you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of, "Surprise!" The Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, it's a lot of reading. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. I got a bobber fruit. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from his backpack with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what you'll find? Kita is not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there. I helped, I was a hero. He helped. Don't even start, your mom snaps. You should have been in the creche with the others, not putting yourself in danger for no reason. You don't get it. You know your mom wasn't a farmer back on Earth. She was a fighter too. She's such a hypocrite. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. Oh, nice. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett is offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know. Even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. Your mom gives you a stern look. And I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh, what a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. Let me never. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. No, not me, no. Couldn't be me now. Poor Diz. No, I'm not sneaking out, no. Give. A bunch of medicinal roots. That probably just means my skills are increased for the moment, yeah. Alright, well, we need to rest. Our stress is very high. Again, I feel... I don't really want to forget my ones. But... for some reason I don't draw them for this. Making sure nobody wants to talk to me. I'm gonna try the combat thing and see how that goes. 2 combat, 1 animal, 15 stress. I feel like we should know some combat. And I'd like to get to know more about animals as well. Oh, wait! Did they say there was stuff on sale at the start of the new year? Hold on. Hey, wait. You attend your first lesson of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Anemone are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. Wow. Rhett is hacking. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls and a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what do? Rhett chops the air with his hands. I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to chop that beast right in the throat. Yeah. He points at the assembled class, but only if you learn what I'm about to teach you, and the only way to learn is by doing. Who volunteers for a demonstration? I step forward. The security chief doesn't scare you, or so you pretend. Rhett is like the biggest adult you know, and he's so intense. You step forward, and Rhett nods as he crouches down. Okay, he says, I'm a manticore, stalking you through the forest. What do? Running away is not a good idea. It's just going to chase you. I don't think kicking it in the face is a better idea, but running away is not a good one. He easily grabs your foot and flips you on the mat. Ah. Wrong, use your brain. You run. But it's just gonna chase me and probably outpace me. Rhett grabs your forearm and holds you off the ground. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt. So the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Anemone still thinks you're cool for acting tough. She gives you a thumbs up. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons, with a few blast rifles. You hope you don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay, so she wants to talk to me. Dad wants to talk to me. What's up, Dad? You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever sick on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smells kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. Sniff the flowers. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, and maybe that's but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Kita, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around the quarter swing. I get the hint, but I don't have to. My stress is great. So then I trapped it in my room, Anemone says, telling you all about the big bug she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it had feelers like, whoa. It was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, they're everywhere. I was gonna give it to Tang, she says. She loves gross bug stuff. But she said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, I could get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the ones I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship. And I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Ugh, I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees, and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship crash, tugging on her skirts and calling her Auntie. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But Mom, Anemone whines, sticking her fingers into her knees. As Antecedent approaches you both, it's so scratch-tastically itchy. I know, lovely, Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Emily tucks her hand under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales, she pouts. Antecedent smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protected blue scales, which grow in wherever she cuts or scrape. Oh, they grow in whenever she gets a cut or scrape. Okay. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly. The one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Learned Anemone Augment. Antecedent opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long. So I patch your pants with scrapes from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on the forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags. Yeek! Anemone elevates her Elevates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes as she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then, right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls all the new ones. Wow, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants. Like when they'd stencil your kill count on the plane. Oh, like a really cool scar? Anemone grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. I'm glad she's comfortable with herself. Oh, log. I see you. I'm coming for you. Okay. So we were advised to... Hopefully I don't get caught again. Oh, is this happening again? Pretty sure I already did this. Oh, it's the cow. Nah, leave it. Some farmland has spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. Nobody's around right now. In fact, it looks a little abandoned. There's some meager-looking crops ready to harvest, but animals are starting to get at them. Try to plant something. You're just a kid playing at being farmer. You mess around for a few hours planting something that looks like seeds, but it's unlikely any of them will actually grow here. Sadness. Log. What's this? Nah, keep exploring. Who is... Hello? Who are you? You spot Surveyor Utopia on the path. It looks like she's setting up some kind of equipment. If she catches you sneaking out, you'll be in trouble for sure. You stumble on a root and Utopia's head flies up. She scans the trees in your direction. Yeah. Ah. 0, 1, 2. Oh my god, goal 63? Holy shit, well I'm not gonna get this, am I? Holy fudge, 63? No way! 2, 3, 3, 3. I could up that by 1. That gives me 20. I can make this 5. Oh my god. Ah, damn it. Fuck. 85 stress. That's better. many of these do I have? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna... I could push through it technically. I can't draw another card. No. Let me swap this. A lot of stress, but I can do it. It's tough. Several times you have to dive for cover when Utopia looks your way, but you manage to squeeze past without getting caught. Yeah. We're gonna have to... We're gonna have to rest. Kita, it's your lucky day. You get to help clean my bedroom. How's that lucky? She puts her hands on her hips, because you get to hang with me all day, of course. And bonus, I might let you read my holomags. You know, I wouldn't trust just anyone near all my most precious things. Okay, fine. Really? She laughs, that was easy. Follow me, my dad says it has to be finished by tonight, so we better get started. Mars's room is worse than you expected. The door barely opens because there's so much junk in the way. It's mostly clothes. Mars has an extensive wardrobe and spends all her kudos at the nanoprinter making more. She plops down on her bed. I'll be the supervisor, she says. You should start by taking the dirty clothes down to the laundry room. Work hard. I like to imagine my character's a go-getter. Like me. I try to be nice. Organizing. I think that's our first point. Second point. You wash and fold, sweep, and put everything away. It's tiring work, but it feels good to make progress. Mars just sits and reads old beauty magazines on her holopalm. Hello, Princess. Mars's dads, Uncle Al and Uncle Bernie, pop their heads through the door after a few hours. They're everyone's uncles, and as usual, covered in a layer of dust from the sawmills. How's the cleanup going? Mars scrambles to turn off her holopalm and jumps off the bed to help you pack away the last of her school supplies. Oh, I see. Uncle Bernie puts his hands on his hips. You recruited a friend to help, did you? Kita, he asks you, did Mars clean too? Or did you do all the work here? I did everything. Mars helped. Of course she did, Uncle Al says with a smile that he doesn't believe you at all. Because she knows she gets her allowance for doing her chores, not for being our perfect little girl. They tell you to finish up and get ready for dinner. After they leave, Mars looks a little put out by the exchange. My dad and Papa are the best, obviously, she says, but they're always trying to teach me these lessons. Don't they know that being this fabulous is hard to do? She pouts. She wipes her holopalm to give you a couple of kudos. Your share of her allowance. Stick with me and I'll teach you to be fabulous too one day. I mean, if that was her I saw in the previous episode, she did look pretty damn, like, fine. She was fashionable. Getting rid of the zero, thank you. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you, eating cereal, she says, turning her nose up at you. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to have, you know, fucking caviar instead? I'll bet you don't even know what today is. Your birthday? No, you dummy, she exclaims, swatting your shoulder. My birthday is the first month of wet season. Okay. You better remember that. We're in Mars' birthday, okay. Today, she announces to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. Diz and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, Mars explains it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. It wasn't usually their best friend, it was usually someone they had a crush on. And then you put the sweets under your pillow, and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. Honestly, this sounds a lot cooler than what I know Valentine's Day to be. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows, and pigs? Cal laughs. Pigs? We don't even have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Diz snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. Diz, no! As he leaves, Mars shouts at his back, well, nobody was going to pick you anyway. You stink. Valentine's Day sounds fun. Cal nods, clapping his hands excitedly. I'm going to tell all the other kids about it, Mars says, so you go around and find your best friend and give them a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she adds, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. Oh, I want to pick Diz just because she said no one was going to pick him. But my bestie is Tang, so... Man. Ah, sucks. Can I give everyone a gift? Is that something I can do? Or does it specifically just have to be one person? Because I give Valentine's gifts to everybody. I just give the best ones to my fiance. I'm looking for anything I can just pick up to give somebody. Alright, I saved because... I don't know if people will get mad at me if I do this. Hey, Diz. You find Diz watching the jungle through a gap in the fence, kicking the dirt with his toe. He's quiet when you walk up. He must be in one of his moods. Watch with him. You sit and watch the jungle with him for a while. You ask if he sneaks out there often. Diz nods quietly. A few times, yeah. There's a way through behind the garrison building. You both sit in silence again for a long while until he breaks it by saying, it's really nice out here. Want to be best friends to annoy Mars? You explain that, of course you aren't taking it seriously, you just think it would be funny. He looks at you and shrugs. Sure, I guess, he says, then looks back out the forest. It is kind of funny, it's a stupid thing anyway. Ah, and then you lose access to everybody else. Yeah, I think I'm going to... I'm obviously gonna reload and go to Tang. I thought maybe I could be Valentine's with everybody. Which sucks. I would love to have been Valentine's Day with everybody. Tang. Tang. You wanna be my bestie? Tangent is waving her hands vigorously in the air. She's playing a study game on her hollow palm where you have to match falling numbers and correct equations. She barely notices you come up. 10 reasoning. Logically, we should be friends. You lay out the reasoning, strengthen numbers, deal making as the foundation for human society, and so on. Tang pauses the game and her eyes focus on you. Best friends? That sounds so childish. But I suppose us smart kids should stick together, and it will make Mars stop asking me if I've chosen a best friend yet. She goes back to her game. I accept your proposal. Does she get, like, the status best friend or something? Oh, no! But she does... Oh my gosh, there are... Okay. Aw. I wish I could have picked everybody. I would be everybody's best friend. Hey, Mars. Mars is in a huff. Because you didn't pick her for Valentine's Day. Seems like nobody picked her. Oh, no! Is that because Tammy's dead? She crosses her arms and scowls at you. You chose Tang over me. She doesn't even like people. What are you going to do? Be study buddies? Boring. Whatever. Mars mutters, tossing her hair. I'm just too mature for kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Okay, I'm sorry, Mars. You need to get over yourself, sounds like. Yeah, because I don't think... Yeah. Oh, poor Tammy. I'm still looking at that and sad. but we're pretty good friends with just about everybody else. We gotta work on Diz a little more, but Diz I think is hard to be friends with if you don't pick him in the very beginning of character creation, just because he's kind of antisocial. What do I have to do again? I think for him I need to have bravery. Yeah, I need 20 bravery. Which I'm almost there. I got 17. So, in biology, I got 14 on that. Persuasion. I still have shit persuasion. What do I need for Cal? Which of those is Cal's? Biology. Biology is Cal's. What do I need for you? 40? Reasoning? Holy crap. 40? That is a lot of reasoning. Alright, I guess we're going out. So we're sneaking out. Gotta go this way. Hello. You come across a cluster of mush trees. Give them a friendly pet. Animals and perception. Was I the only one that heard that? Ooh, log. What's this? The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasures for those willing to put their hands in the right holes. Are you? Yeah, sure. Perception. Looks dark. Put your hand on there. On second thought, no. If I can't see what's in there. Ah, damn. So what is this way? I think that's the sheep. Okay. What are you? Okay, we've done this before. Ah, that's not gonna work either. One, two, three. I don't think this is gonna help, but... Victorious. There it is. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look friendly. Hi. Hello. You friendly? Oh, you look kind of friendly here. There in the clearing, the most majestic creature you've ever seen. It's like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but it's leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it. It moves so softly, like it doesn't even disturb the ground. It could be dangerous, but you want to see what it does. He's glad this possible. So we'll do 0, 1. 0. Oh, there's gonna be 1. Set values to this. You're so annoying. I hate this card. No, stop it. 2, 3. Okay, we need 5. As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you. Startled by your movement, you try to hold perfectly still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the scent glands on its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees like a crystal waterfall on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. You quietly take a picture with your hollow palm, but you know you can't share it or you get caught for sneaking out. Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done this before. This must be its favorite sharpening rock. You notice the bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently. Oh shit. Eventually, it curls up for a nap. You quietly sneak away. This was so wonderful. Virtuma is a magical place. I'm glad that went well. I was really expecting to die there. Oh, what's here? Hello. Plants grow fast during pollen. They've choked the path here and you can't see an obvious way through. I guess I'll try to push my way through. 0, 0. Total gets a +1 during physical. Okay. It was not a great hand. This isn't either. Two, 3. Nice. You find a good stick and whack, whack, whack your way through the tangle of new growth. Take that, nature! Getting lost in the fog. Getting further and further from home, which is scaring me. Hello. You stop for lunch, practice spitting seeds. Okay. I think I did okay. There's Diz. You come here. You spot Diz sitting in a clearing, but not before he sees you first. Instead of sneaking away as usual, he stays still as you approach. Like it's totally natural that he'd be sitting in the middle of a jungle so far away from the colony walls. Now that you think about it, you are still a little glad to see him. You are so far away that you can't see the walls anymore, and it's really weird out here, and it's getting late. Diz stares unblinkingly at you as you approach. Hi, kitty, he says. Hi, Diz. He seems to be in a good mood, something you see very rarely. Did you see Utopia out there? This cheap surveyor Tonin is easy to sneak past, but Utopia is like X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once and I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool, and sneaking out will be our secret, okay? He jumps up and walks a little ways into the trees. You follow. A few minutes away, the ground drops off. A large stone outcropping juts out over a cliff face. Blah. Just walk straight over the ledge without slowing. It's a long way down. Come on, he says. Okay. Alright, I got this. Okay. That would work. Okay. 2, 3, 3, 5. Next round. 1, 1. Swap these. 3, 5. I think I'll get a bigger. No, come back. Because that's a 1. I think I'll get a bigger bonus if I do this. Yeah. Yeah, I can't make any of those a 4. I'm pretty brave. Oh, my stress went down. That's nice. Perception went up. Gained a memory. It's all too beautiful. +2 friendship with Diz. You bravely step onto the rock and walk out to the edge with Diz. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice, and look out the amazing view. It's incredible. You snap a picture with your hollow palm, but you won't share it on the net. This is your secret. Yours and Diz's. Go home. -1 stress at the end of the round. Doesn't work if you're at 100 stress. Gems matter for other cards. That's a gem card. Yeah, keep exploring. I think the only one I haven't done is, ooh, egg. I see you, egg. Oh, look, it's a thingy. You stumble into... This low valley has collected a lot of that thick pollen. You cough and try to push your way through it, but it's pollen all the way down. Surveyors got nice helmets with built-in masks, but yours is just a cheap one. At least the pollen isn't too thick here. Sure, I'll find a way through it. Oh, so many 3s. 3, 3, 3, 4. Oh no, it's just a lot of 3s. Two, 3, 5, 5. It's only 2 stars. -1 stress, that's nice. Blech. This pollen makes your face itch. It makes it all the better when you find a route to higher ground and come out of the worst of it. Find an eggy. What's this? You come to a bend in the path. Movement catches your eye. There's something up on top of a nearby mushroom-capped tree. You can't tell quite what it is, but is that a person? Someone is peering over the edge of the mushroom cap above you. You can't quite see their eyes, but you get an impression of long dark hair and an enormous mocking grin. I don't get any of that from the silhouette. I wouldn't go that way if I were you, they warned playfully. They have a deep, musical accent you don't recognize. A stranger? That's impossible. You're the only people around for thousands of light years, and what the heck is he doing out here? How does he know our language? You feel a chill go up your spine. I want to ignore him, but at the same time, I'm not gonna... I feel like the game's telling me, yo, don't go. Don't go. I guess we'll head back. I don't want to push my luck. Ooh, egg. Eggy. Let's just talk to Diz. Hey, Diz, you ever find a person out here? Nah, I'm good. It's wild and natural. Alright, let's go home. Go home. You're back! Yeah! 2 bravery, 1 perception. And we have enough bravery to talk to Diz now. And we have pretty good perception, too. There's Tang. Where's Diz? Diz. Oh, there's your dad. Dad. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vitunalia jungle. If there's a breeze, it's warm and, you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after your sleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry, your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from the actual bitumen dirt this week. Sure, it sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly. Not what you expected, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, the Vitunalia festival's coming up. There will be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna save. Just cause, you know, I dare you to eat this bug sounds really mean. You don't see Diz at first, but you hear rustling followed by the screech of metal on metal. Excuse me. After a few minutes of looking, you spot Diz placing large rocks in front of a piece of corrugated metal leaning against the wall. He stops and looks at you. You didn't see anything, he says, going back to covering up his tracks. I dare you to eat this worm. Oh yeah, discounters? Well, I double dare you to eat the worm. You can't just turn down a double dare. You're no meek little hope-eye. so sorry, little bug. Slimy, unsatisfying, very, very gross. Diz eats his like a noodle, slurping it and wrinkling his nose as it wriggles in his mouth. Yuck, he says, swallowing it whole, then shows you his empty mouth. You should have known better than to dare a person who fears nothing. Where's our friendship with him at? Oh, we have a full heart! That's so lovely! Our relationship with Mars still sucks. Diz is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He stares out into nothingness, picking absentmindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice as you approach. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by the garden bots. But out there, it's wild and as high as your waist. Head Surveyor Tonen is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You're starting to wonder if Diz will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've gotta go. He starts downhill, he pauses and says, this is a good spot, I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Yeah, he's like his sister in a lot of ways. He's thinking about stuff, but he still likes the company, he just doesn't like a lot of chatter. I would like to be friends with him and his sister. I think that would be a good route to go down. What do I need for you again? I'm super excited to see what their teenage profiles look like. I feel like I know what Mars is. I feel like we saw it, and I think we saw Tammy's as well. But Tammy's dead, so that doesn't matter right now. Where's Cal? Cal's biology. I don't think we're ready for him yet. No, we need a 20 in biology. What's up, Tang? You tell Tang you know where Diz has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the dungeon. The jungle, not far away, but outside the walls. Tang looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? I'll keep him safe. She eyes you skeptically. Full offense, Kita, you're just a kid, she replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he's not alone out there. I got you, boo. Alright. What do I need for you? Do I even want to be your friend? You've been very mean to me. Mars is watching her holoscreen intently. She shushes you before you can get a word in. They're about to kiss. Mars hisses, but barely giving you a second look. Oh, she's who I need the persuasion for. Got it. Okay, well, I need to rest. And I'll probably focus on biology. We're getting rid of the 0. Forget. It's time once more for Vitunalia. What a year Vitumna has given us, the governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I have always hoped that we would bring with us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Fortuna can sustain megafauna, then that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, as second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There is a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. Hey, she whispers, did you hear? My dad says Udicot's gonna announce the depot's open to the public. You shoot her a questioning look. She rolls her eyes. You know, shopping, somewhere to spend all the kudos you've been saving up. There's gonna be candy and toys and makeup and nice smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the holovids from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes, but you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad gives me an allowance, Mars says, shooting you a look of pity. It's too bad your parents make you work for yours. Technically, your parents make you work for yours too. You're supposed to be doing chores. You and Mars tune back into the speeches, just as Utica, as predicted, announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a look as she claps. Utica gestures for the council members to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. The music starts up as Governor Utica finishes. Thank you all for your hard work and your perseverance this year, she says over the ruckus. Together, we build the future. 10 reasoning. I have a higher perception is now my highest stat. Science fair. Her project is on the tensile strength of various building materials, concluding that mushwood is the best choice when you consider not just strength, but also sustainability and ease of use. The judge wants to know what you've been working on. This is hard. Great. I don't know why that's a -1. It just sets everything equal to... I don't get it. From battle condition... From playing sports brawl. I don't know why that's... bad. Okay. Alright, so we have a 0, 1... Alright, let me see. I got 4 of these. I can make that a 3, 4, 5. Increases it. From battle condition. Battle condition. 1 slot card gets +1. Ah, I see, okay. Card gets +1. I didn't even see that. 0, 1. This a 2. It becomes a 4. Fuck. I barely won that. In secret, you've been working on a social experiment about delayed gratification. You've been sneakily studying the adults, taking notes on their snacking habits and their mood. You found that Seek and Dr. Instance rarely eat sweets, but Utopia and Antecedent do it all the time. You correlate this with their attention span when you see them tackling frustrating problems. You know problems you can't control and repeat, like if a child backtalks them. The judges are impressed with your methodology. Instance perhaps a little begrudgingly. They award you first place. Nice, I got it again, which is a good 5-pointer. Oh, did I not get friendship? Maybe she's getting annoyed that I keep winning. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirits even in the thick heat of the dust. You end up on top of the western wall with Diz, launching water-filled hoof shrooms down on unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax. Much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. Relax on the walls in the garrison. Huh. Tank furrows her brows at you as you approach. You again, she says. Why do you keep pestering me? It's not as though you've done anything to impress upon me your usefulness. At your blank look, Tang rolls her eyes. What I mean is we're not friends. Oh. Okay. Damn, I'm sorry. So I need 40 reasoning for her. Bravery done. Toughness 40. And I think wet season's coming up, right? And for her, I need toughness 40, which is a lot. Emu's biology still is. Do you have your next? Bravery 40. Hey. These people. Okay, so we're gonna work on getting biology. Persuasion's probably not gonna happen, because I don't think there's a way for me to... Actually, I think... Does this teach persuasion? Yeah, this is the persuasion one. But for now, we're going to do biology. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised she even has time to nap. You turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Anemone. Whoa, Anemone says. She hardly ever sleeps. Like, just a couple of hours a night. Is she sick or something? You look back at Tangent snoozing peacefully. She doesn't sleep? I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, Anemone says, rubbing out one of her scales sprouting on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She's probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test. Oh, there was a test. Let her sleep. Tang's hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching her and looks annoyed. Just a power nap, she says. No reason to gawk. So I guess she doesn't need a lot of sleep, I guess is what I'm getting from that. Oh. I was a little confused. I'm so used to the story challenges. Yay. You worked well. Nice. Oh, I need 1 point for biology. Oh, okay. Alright, just making sure nothing's changed, because I never want to miss anything. Okay, good. Alright, so we're gonna do... We need only 1 point of biology. Unfortunately, I do not think... Yeah. We're just gonna have to do this, I think. I don't think there's another... Unless... Is there something I can do with my dad? Because he's been doing animal stuff recently, so I wonder if there's a little overlap, maybe? Nope, just shoveling dirt. Just shoveling dirt. So yeah, if we're gonna do biology, we need to just study some more. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Professor Howell brings up a picture of a hot eye on a holoprojector and asks who can tell me what special thing hot eyes do when they see a predator. Tang's hands shoot up. They hop away very quickly, that's why they call it a hot eye. He nods. That's true, but that's not what I'm getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone? Kita? They thump on the ground to warn others. Hot eye facts. That's so cute. Create 1 duplicate when drawn. Okay. You've seen hopeyes out in the wild, and you know they're very communal animals. One wouldn't run away without warning the others first. Then they all hop away very quickly. That's right, Hal smiles. Kita sounds like she might have met one before. No! Of course not. I'm just stuck inside the wall like the other kids. No! Not me. Tang gives you an appraising look. Maybe she didn't expect this from you. I don't know why. I feel like she and I get along pretty great. We have a very high relationship. We got 2 hearts. 2 out of 5. It's almost halfway. Ooh, car gets a +1. Four. I think I'll put him here. I do very good at reason stuff. Do very good at all the intelligence things because of my augment. Early wet. Yeah, I think it's Mars's birthday. Early wet. Yeah. Let's go give her something. Mars, come here before I forget. I don't know. Do you want an egg? Dislikes red Zeno eggs. Okay, well, I'll load that up again. Alright, well, my apologies. Would you perhaps like a medicinal herb? Dislikes medicinal root. What do you like? Oh, I might have to buy her something from the store. Maybe she doesn't like stuff that's found out in the wilds. Alright, hold on, I'll buy you something. Picky person. Oh, a cake! Who doesn't like cake? That's 50 thumbs up. Ooh, these are pretty cool though. But I gotta buy this. Yeah, it's a cake. For her birthday. Girl. I have a cake. Oh, +4, damn. A birthday cake? Icing is a little uneven, Mars notes, and there are no candles, but keep practicing and you'll improve. It is your birthday, isn't it? That was correct, wasn't it? Yeah. Early wet. Oh, it remembers! I know! I remember that she doesn't like stuff. Even though I loaded the game back up. Am I supposed to reload? I really hope I'm not. Otherwise, I feel really bad for moving on without Tammy. Like, I'll feel terrible. Tangent is deep in conversation with one of her other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, though Tangent's face betrays no emotion as he claps her on the shoulder and reassures her that she's doing very well for someone so young, and that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. He leaves and Tangent sighs as she goes to put her head in her hands, stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves. She peels them off and digs her fingers into her eyes. Are you okay, Tangent? I'm fine, Tangent replies immediately. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer. She sniffs. It's so gross here, she says. I probably did the fungus a favor. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from under her workbench and cleans while she speaks. There are pollen spores everywhere, she whines. And he comes over here and tells me it'll be okay, Tang, like it's his job to console me and patronize me. But it is okay to make mistakes. Tangent shoves the sanitizer back under her workbench. Don't you understand? She says, frustration seeping into her voice. If we never feel the pain of failure, if there's no cost to it, why would we ever improve? I need to own my own mistakes. What I don't need, she continues icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and the adults will make it all better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo. We are 11 years old. But okay. Kale is kneeling in the dirt, carefully planting pieces of potatoes. When I was a kid, I thought everything grew from chopped up pieces of bigger things. I mean, that's how it works for potatoes and onions. He sits back on his heels, a funny look on his face. I guess I must have never thought about how babies are made, huh? Do you know how babies are made, Cal? Want to hear a fun nature fact? You recently overheard the children learning how to count by studying hopeyes. Hopeyes have 1 foot and 2 tail forks and 3 stomachs and 4 eyes. And if you see 5 of them together, that's lucky. Cal laughs, finishing the mnemonic with you. Wait, how did they find out that hopeyes have 3 stomachs? I don't want to know. Oh, now I need biology 40. And that's Cal. Bars. Persuasion. Toughness is Anne. And bravery is Tangent and I have 3 hearts. Oh, I'm sorry, it's out of 10. Still, though, like, she says we're not friends? I'm very upset by that. Alright, so... our reasoning's at 28. Our bravery's at 21. We could work on persuasion a bit. Something I do want to do, though, is do this job at least once. Because that'll probably trigger an event. Deliver supplies, because I don't think we've ever done this. Zeke sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. Oh, I lost stress. It's fun getting to yell important delivery coming through, and people actually get out of the way. It's funny. Oh, actually. No, it's not gonna. Yeah, this was a bad draw. I don't think this is gonna... Huh. Yeah, I don't think this is going to help. See if I can just switch these. Nope. There we go. Okay. What to do? Persuasion's gonna take us a while. And I want to make sure that he doesn't do something that's going to get him killed. Because I like Diz. Brave stuff is going out and... it's going outside. So... I guess that's what we'll be doing, is going outside. Because I don't think... +1 friendship with Diz. So he can relax on the walls. Yeah, I'm going to head out. Is this the sheep still? I'm not gonna pop it. That seems like the worst idea. At the top of the rise to the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Diz? But they look way too tall to be Diz. Maybe another surveyor? You blink and the figure is gone. I go over there and look for clues. You bushwhack down into a valley and up the other path where you saw them standing. A mysterious stranger. No signs of a camp or anything obvious like a dropped pack. No note saying, "I'm watching you," signed mysterious figure. Spooky. It's got a gem. Huh. You hear screams from just over the next buff. Human screams. Oh no. The crest of the bluff to see Tammy's father, Chief Surveyor Tonin. He's being attacked by something you've never seen before. A four-legged creature with a huge mane of flowers. That's kind of pretty. A mean reptilian face and two wicked claws. What, is this a manticore? You've heard of fierce creatures like this outside the walls, but you've never expected to ever see one up close. What's it doing this close to the colony? Uncle Tonin is pinned under one of the creature's pointed legs. He's struggling to get free, but the manticore keeps dancing around like it's playing with its food. You can hear it from here, growling and clicking with its mandibles. But you snuck out. If you try to help, he's gonna know you snuck out, and your parents are gonna be so mad if they find you out here. Panic rises in your chest. How could you even help him? It's a huge, deadly monster. Ah. Haha. Help. Yeah. You hide behind a tree and throw a rock at it. It bounces harmlessly off the manticore's flank and clatters to the ground. The manticore is undisturbed, which is more than you can say about yourself. You're running out of time. Okay. Changes into a 4. Next round. Last egg. Damn it. Next round. Switch these. I'm surprised we lost a stress. That's so funny. You break through the tree line, yelling your battle cry. The manticore looks up from terrorizing Tonin and decides you could use a bit of terrorizing yourself. It roars, a deep, angry sound you can feel liquefy your guts. With literally nothing on you except a few rocks you could pick up from a clearing, you manage to piss off the furious manticore enough that it decides to go after you instead. Or maybe it just thinks it'll pick off the smaller, more tender prey before coming back for the main course. Either way, it leaps off of Uncle Tonin and starts towards you. As you're about to engage with it in the most one-sided battle of your young life, you smell the crackle of ozone in the air and the manticore howls in pain. Uncle Tonin, you must have distracted the manticore long enough for him to get his plas rifle. The manticore turns and flees, and you run over to Uncle Tonin's side. Kita, he gasps. I don't know why you're out here, but I'm glad to see you. Together, you manage to limp back to the gates. You'll be fine after an afternoon in the medbed, which is a relief, but you're even more relieved when you don't get in trouble for sneaking out. You don't know what he told your mother, but it was a miracle that you weren't grounded for life. Chief Surveyor Tonin has come to your quarters to personally thank you for saving him from the Manticore. I'm stepping down as Chief Surveyor, Uncle Tonin says. I think it's about time I take up a job inside the colony walls. I wasn't built for life outside a ship, I think. He smiles, looking a little sad. Someone like Utopia has the youthful reflexes to stay safe out there in the jungle. She'll do great out there as the new Chief Surveyor. For that matter, so would you. He continues, I know you weren't supposed to be out there, but I would have died if you weren't. That has to count for something. When Utopia offers you a spot in expeditions, you should take her up on it. You'd have done the same. Tonin sighs, looking around like he's not sure what he's supposed to do now, not even thinking about the rest of his life. With Tammy gone and his career over. Oh, with Tammy gone, man. You don't know what to say. Eventually he slaps his thigh and stands up with an awkward chuckle. Well, that's it then. I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you, you know. Appreciate, you know, everything. You're a knockout kid. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I think we do our best. Uncle Tonin's smile. I'm trying to keep everyone alive. You'll keep adding to your deck as you age. And can forget cars by spending time relaxing. You have a limited number of gear slots based on your organization and other skills. Collectibles that you find while exploring can be given as gifts to friends or used during challenges. Okay. Okay, does anybody have anything to say to me or just help? Hey. Okay, so she just is basically standing guard now. We're pretty loyal to the colony at this point. Man. Our perception's pretty great. I'm trying to get bravery. I guess we could work on our empathy a couple times. Not our empathy, I'm sorry, our persuasion. This month you decided to explore pre-holographic media on Earth, which is a pretty great excuse to kick back and watch movies all day. Yes, it is. It's hard to believe that all movies used to be 2D. Boring. Feels too much like learning to be fun. Okay, so one. Let's switch. There we go. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, it's good for things like that. And there's a 5. Okay, so if you boost this card, then the other ones also get boosted. That makes sense. Persuasion is what I'm trying to increase. But I guess if I do well, my creativity is what gets the boost. Oh, it's glow. Hey, Diz. Diz pokes a glowing bubble bud with his toe. The seed head snaps free and drifts up in the dark of glow, slowly breaking up into little luminescent specks. Make a wish, he says. Ooh, crystal. Bam. Alright, well, Considering this is glow, it might be a good idea to rest. His last glow did not go great. No, actually, I'm gonna sit on the wall with Diz. I like Diz. After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working. And because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run away on to run any errands for them. On rainy days, you take shelter under the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of warm raindrops on the grass roof. You can do whatever you want. This is the life. It's nice to help keep watch. Sometimes you offer to fill in on lookout duty so someone can go grab a meal. Maybe someday you'll be allowed to work full shifts as a lookout yourself, but you find out it's not as relaxing as you'd think. Oh hey Kita, Diz pops his head up a nearby ladder and looks surprised to see someone else here. Do you mind if I sit here too? Sure, there's plenty of room. The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. Diz shuffles a little uncomfortably but doesn't say much. You wonder if this was his private spot to be alone before you discovered it. I like both of those. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that an attack is coming, and others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classrooms to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the sun almost rises past the horizon again, the siren starts. You're reading a hollow novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your hollow palm. Shelter in the creche, this is not a drill. Oh shit, hold on. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry, we're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you, stay safe. You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening at the gates. Fuck no, I'm going to the gates. I might be 11. I'm a warrior. Propelius. Heroic. Yeah. You sneak out of the living quarters and head towards the gate. You're immediately spotted by Security Chief Rhett, who stops what he's doing at you and gestures angrily. What the hell are you doing out here? This is no place for kids. Get your ass back inside. No, I want to help. Card becomes physical red. It's not gonna help. It might if I use a log, though. Can I boost something by 1? I draw a card. No, it won't let me. It's interesting noises that I'm hearing. 2. 2. 2. Win. You You stick around the outside of the skirmish at the gates, throwing rocks and yelling at creatures that get too close. You're not sure if you're making a difference, but the good news is at least you're not injured. When the dust clears, Rhett stops you hiding in the shadows and personally escorts you to your quarters where your mom and dad penalize you for disobeying them. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defense improvements were exactly what we needed. Your mom grumbles. Ugh, he's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Your dad pats her hand, credit where credit's due. Flulubel. He says, and she smiles despite herself. It could have been worse. Poor Hal. Your mom nods. They both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal, she sighs. What a way to go. Professor Hal? Your parents startle. Hey, Pumpkinhead, your dad says. Yeah, they're going to announce it in a few hours. Everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that, your mother replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit. Not until it's decontaminated. What happened? You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. At the engineering wing is where you take classes. You can't imagine something bad happening in such a safe place. You fall asleep thinking for sure there's been some mistake. Man. Jeez, I can't believe our teacher died. Holy crap. Okay. I'm gonna save over Tammy Dead. Okay, so we saved Tammy's dad, but our professor died. I'm not too hurt about that. I didn't really know him that well, but it's sad that he died. Again, I'm not gonna save anybody, like, that dies. I'm not gonna load back into stuff and, excuse me, do that. I'm going to just do another playthrough of the game, and then we'll try and save everybody. But, yeah. This is really fun. I really like this game. I've been playing it for a lot longer than I thought it would be. It's like 2.5 hours. Didn't mean to do that. It's gonna be pain to edit, and it's going to be a particularly long video, but that's what happens when I get into a game, I guess. But it's the start of a new year. We are now 12 years old. Yep. I wonder what excitingness will happen this year. I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.